developer and product developer, you know, that we absolutely should be thinking about. And I think for me, it's key that we're looking at certainly at this stage of AI, and whilst they're, you know, the technologies are developing very quickly and we get new LLM models out every what feels like week, if not day, it sure is developing fast, but you know, we do need that human intervention and review moment. But I think equally that's where, you know, some really main and key opportunities exist too.
I'll speak from the vendor side. Like, Rustici's intention here is to help do things at scale. Rustici's behind the scenes in a lot of the e-learning transactions and doing some of what I view as mundane work around consistent tagging, consistent skills and competency mapping, consistent ways to search and do things. It's our goal to permeate some of that out into every e-learning product. As much as standards matter and how content plays nice with other learning platforms, some consistency, some kind of undercurrent in the industry of doing this in a roughly similar way should help us with some of the next steps for this industry, which are mapping skills, competencies to outcomes, doing talent mobility within organizations.
You know, as we move more into productization, you know, kind of like creating learning experiences that are more interactive, you know, chat bots that are live on screen at all times to take you back to sections of the course where you're not necessarily 100% clear on the content, or you don't really understand why you got that question wrong. So you want to go back and review that material immediately, or have it pop up on the screen for you because you're not 100% sure. Kind of like that real-time feedback loop while you're going through the course, I think is a great future iteration. As we see these tools progress and become embedded in these tools, I think we'll see much better end products because of their assistance, because you're able to do things that would normally take too long. You can do it much faster.
For content creators, especially kind of like learning content creators, I think it unlocks so much more possibility. Like, you know, have you ever wondered why, you know, every one of your quizzes that is in Articulate is like multiple choice? It's because, like, you know, long form and short answer and fill in the blank and all these other kind of like assessment-based stuff is really hard to grade when you're, you know, giving these things out and don't have a person to, like, you know, individually grade answers days later. We've been able to start experimenting with all these kind of like learning things where, you know, so much of our training is like, you know, teaching good people to do bad things for good, like, you know, teaching people how to pen test and socially engineer people to, like, you know, reveal flaws in your organization. So like we've hooked up like an AI chatbot like Twilio that will like call you and, like, you know, you can practice socially engineering a bot, you know, over the phone and things like that. Some stuff like, you know, we just never been able to do.